Hey y'all, it's Chloe and we're back with another video, you guys. Married at First Sight is literally boring me, okay? When I'm watching it, I get bored. But because I have y'all in the chat, I'm like, okay, I can deal with it. When I watch it over, I start to notice some things and my thoughts start to come to me. So I got some things to give y'all. I got a little bit of razzle dazzle to, spice this review up, okay? But I'm just gonna go out and just say it. Dom, I know she had a lot of concerns that I feel may have been valid, but at the same time, I still don't think she was ready for this process, and we definitely about to get into it. Y'all, if this is your first time here, go ahead, sit back, relax, get comfortable, watch this video all the way to the end, and if you like what you see and you like what you hear, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you've been here more than one time and you got commitment issues, I don't want to hear it. Press that subscribe button, okay? Press it now. And if you are one of my members and subscribers, hey y'all, how y'all doing? Let's go ahead and get into this review. Married at First Sight, season 16, episode 9. Y'all, it's 12 days into the marriage, and Dom and McKinley are sitting down with Pascal. Max in here pouring out his self-pity, talking about something. I feel terrible. Like, I know I'm a giant loser, but I still want to give this a fair chance. Why is he always, like, downplaying himself? Like, that I get it. I get it, Dom. I get it. The complaining of it all. The always feeling real insecure. Like, no one wants to be around that all the time. Every time we see him, it's like he's pouring out self-pity. So anyway, Pascal said, Dominique, how you feel? She's like, I'm kind of over it. So Pascal was like, so what do you mean by over it? You're over this conversation? What does over it mean? And she's like, I'm just like I'm over it. And he was like, it? What is it? Pascal was trying to get her to say it, because what you're not going to do is make me put words in your mouth. What is it, okay? He was like, so what do you want? She was like, I want a divorce. Now, y'all, I'm not going to lie. I did not think that they would be the first couple to divorce, okay? I honestly thought it was going to be Gina and Clint, so this took me by surprise. Not surprised like, oh my God, I thought they was going to make it, but oh my God, I didn't think it would be like right after the honeymoon. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. So when Pascal asked Mac how did he feel about her wanting divorce, he just really didn't have anything to say. Like, I don't know what you want me to say. You want me to fight for her? I don't even know her. So Pascal told Dom, I strongly suggest you take a lot of time to figure out what you want before you get into another relationship, because relationships have hurdles. And you just can't quit after the first one. He was pissed. Pascal was pissed because he like, what's going on? Why is everybody just decided they could get a divorce? It's married at first sight. You don't get to get divorced until 8 weeks. Okay? He's like, I'm starting to think that maybe 25 was too young. And it was. We tried to tell you, Pascal, don't let her come up here at 25. We tried to tell you, Pascal, don't let her mother do her application. We tried to tell you, Pascal, that it was all her mother's fault, but you ain't want to listen, though. You ain't want to listen, though. So McKinley's in his confessional crying, child, because he's embarrassed and he's hurt. And I'm like, here we go again with the self-pity of it all. Sir, you don't even know her. You don't even like her. According to all the things that she say, that you say about her, baby, you don't care. So what you sitting here crying for? Let it go. I blame her mother. I told you I don't care whose fault it is when it comes to Dom McKinley. I'm still blaming her mother. And I know y'all like, don't blame the mom. It's all her at this point. No. It's my fault for bringing her here. Okay? So now she walking down the hallway with her box of nothing and her dirty chucks. And she's crying. Girl, what you crying for? You the one wanted the divorce. Child, I can't. Anyway, Jasmine and Aries are outside walking the dog. Y'all, I'm surprised he got the lease, because you know he don't like the dog. Shaq is putting air in Kirsten's tire. Okay, husband, I see you. I see you. And Gina is at her salon, because y'all know that's where she really want to be. And I had to be petty, y'all, because I'm looking inside the sink trying to see if the girl hair she was doing was a red hair or not. But no, she wasn't. Child, y'all know I couldn't help it. Y'all know I could not help it. So anyway, Clint is outside playing frisbee with his friend. And I said, frisbee? Why they always got these people outside playing frisbee? Anybody out here go to the park and play frisbee? Let me know. Because I don't even think I ever owned a frisbee. So Clint and his friend are talking. He's telling him like the honeymoon was very interesting. Okay, it was an interesting situation. We had some ups, we had some downs, but a lot of downs. You know, it wasn't the best honeymoon ever, okay? He's basically explaining to his friend that they're not really physically attracted to each other. And his friend was like, well, you know, that's kind of part of the experiment. And I'm like, that is part of the experiment. I'm glad someone understands what's happening here. Because everybody feels like they're supposed to just be automatically attracted in love in the first day. That's how it feels, okay? But I will tell you, the one thing that I noticed out of that whole conversation, because y'all know I started zoning out a little bit because I wasn't really listening, but I was listening. Clint got so excited when he brought up that dog because he was like, so how do you like the dog? He was like, I really like the dog. His whole face lit up. I said, that's the happiest I've seen Clint this whole season. And he was like, I'm surprised that her dog is a redhead because I thought she didn't like redheads. I said, she just don't like you, Clint. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing, baby. Nothing to do with nothing. Gina came up here to put on a show. And the show she will put on. Okay? I promise you she will. Give her a couple episodes. We'll be right back where we at now. So Aries goes to sit down with his kissing cousin, child. Y'all can't tell me that they ain't never, I don't know. But something ain't right. Something ain't right, okay? She's asking him how the honeymoon was and everything. And, you know, he's telling her it was cool. He's just trying to figure out how to navigate because Jasmine is extremely into him. And he's not really feeling the same way, like they not really on the same playing field. And she was like, so what you saying is she's not your type. He's like, she's an attractive person, but she's just not my type. Now, y'all, I'm going to give it to the cousin because the cousin was saying some good things. She was, okay? But before I give it all the way to her, I don't like the smiles and the quirkiness about it, like the cockiness about it. Like, I knew this was not going to work. I know it's not going to work. I'm glad it's not working. It's like she feels good that what she said was true. Instead of like really wanting him to really find love and be happy, I feel like this satisfied her a little bit. And that's why I can't really get down with it because I don't feel like it's genuine. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. But anyway, she tells him that attraction doesn't always have to be physical. And this is true, okay? But it does play a part. And we can't deny that men are visual creatures. And if they're not physically attracted to you, baby, it's not going to happen. But what's confusing me is that he says he gets in the bed and he doesn't even want to, you know, have sex with her or nothing. He just goes straight to sleep. Now, in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, like, men will literally anything, okay? If it has a vagina, they usually don't mind sliding in it. It has to be something else going on in Aries' head that's blocking him from Jasmine because, like, you get in the bed, and even if she's not your physical type, the fact that she has a vagina should be enough. And you're still not trying to touch her? I'm confused. Something about it just don't make sense to me. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. He also brought up the fact that Pastor Cal asked her, you know, how does she feel about him not really being physically attracted to him? And he told her that she was like real classy about it, real ladylike. And she just said, you know, she really would like for him to be all over her, but she understands that he's not there yet. Here go this cousin. And this is why I'm telling you why I can't rock with her. She in a confessional talking about something. I think Jasmine is fake because if you hurt and you feel some type of way, just say that. Communicate to your husband. Baby girl, that's what she said. She just said it her way. I don't understand how that makes her fake because she wasn't in there. If you don't want to have sex with me or you hurt my feelings doing all of that, what's the issue? He clearly understands that she wants him to be attracted to her, but he's not there yet. I don't know how that's being fake. If you want to sleep with your cousin, just say that then. Like, I don't believe they real cousins. I'm sorry. I just don't. Because, like, I've never been this invested in my cousin's life. I don't care who my cousins date. I don't care who my cousins sleep with. I don't care who my cousins marry. I ain't never seen nobody this invested in no cousin. I'm sorry. Sorry. Maybe a sister. Maybe a brother. But a cousin, she doing too much. And I don't like this for them. But anyway. But then she tells him that she not coming to the housewarming because, like, I'm not about to invest in this and I know it's not going to work. And I was like, you know what? I can't even argue with her on that. I can't even argue with her on that. But she asked him, do you want to be a husband? And he was like, yeah. She was like, well, then go home and figure out how to build attraction to your wife. If not, stop wasting everybody's time and get up out of here. And that one thing I couldn't agree with. I could definitely agree with the whole try to build the attraction, do some intimacy stuff, light some candles, play some R&B, do something, you know, romantic, take her out to eat. I don't know, whatever it is to kind of excite romance or like tingly feelings, try that. Okay, just try that, Aries. I don't know. So now Nicole is sitting down talking to her friend, and I'm just sitting here like, these women really don't know what they be wanting. They really don't know what they be wanting. Because now Nicole is sitting here complaining to her friend about how nice Chris is. How he compliments her all the time. And how he just might be a pushover because he always doing things that she want to do because she wants to do it. She's saying that in any normal circumstances, she would have ran because he would seem so perfect. And you know, she can't deal with perfect. I said, girl, you done condition yourself to be toxic that when you get a good man, you run. Okay, if you say so. She's just really thinking that she's going to be the cause for this relationship to be over, and you are. And you are, because you're already trying to force something to be something that is not. If the man wants to do things to make you happy right now, then so what? That will eventually go away. Embrace it now. I don't understand why it's only been like, what, 2 weeks, and she feels like she's running all over him. You haven't even really settled in yet. Wait till y'all really get into these apartments and real life start happening. I bet you Chris will tell you behind no more than once. Okay, he already told you that he don't want it. He already told you he want to renew them lease. He didn't let you push over on that, did he? So let's not sit here and act like that man ain't got no backbone. He not doing nothing that he don't want to do. Now, whether he's doing it for you is a different thing. But trust me, he's definitely not doing anything he don't want to do. So, y'all, I'm proud of Gina and Clint because Gina and Clint done moved in together. That's how you work it out, Dominique. That's how you give it a shot, Dominique. Okay? Gina put on her big girl panties, and her and the dog is moving on in. They still sharing a room, but I'll take the moving in. We got to take baby steps, and baby, I'll take that. Jasmine and Aries are sitting down talking about the housewarming, and he brought up that she didn't want to put that cousin name down on the housewarming guest list, and I was like, I don't see why she would. Okay, she obviously don't like her. Jasmine was like, she called me fake. Why would I invite her to my house? Exactly. I don't care. I don't care if that's your cousin. Your cousin don't like me and I don't like her. Why we need to be in each other's space? He tells Jasmine that the cousin just feels like it's not really real to her right now. Maybe in a year, once all this settles and everything like that, she'll come around. Aries, why is you lying to Jasmine? Y'all not going to be together in a year. You know that. I know that. We know that. But ultimately, he tells her that the cousin's not coming. Jasmine was like, good, great. Now we don't have nothing to talk about. This should no longer be a discussion. I agree. Please, let's not talk about this no more. She's not coming. I didn't want her here. Nothing else to discuss. I'm tired of talking about this cousin. We talk about this cousin more than we talk about Jasmine. Aries, let me ask you a question real quick. Is you and your cousin in a secret relationship and you just came on Married at First Sight to get a check? I just need to know. Because I ain't never seen no cousin act like this. I want to come to the housewarming, think the girl is fake, all these other things and whatnot. I don't know. Is that why you was trying to tell her that y'all wasn't having sex and whatnot so she wouldn't be upset? What's happening? Anyway, let's keep going. So Chris and Nicole are getting ready for their housewarming party. They having a flamingo. A flamingo? Yeah, a flamingo. A flamingo? Flamingo. I feel like that's too close to the word to be the word, but they having a flamingo theme party. And poor Chris can't even make his buffalo sandwiches because he's like, yeah, I'm gonna make some buffalo sandwiches. He's like, no, that don't go with the theme. I'm like, child, let that man make some food. I don't care if he was making macaroni and cheese. It don't have nothing to do, them flamingos ain't got nothing to do with what we about to eat, okay? Then she tells him that she bought these matching shirts that she wants them to wear. And he's like, I guess, okay. And she was like, well, do you like it? He's like, no, not really, but I'll wear it if you want me to wear it. And she's like, no, because I don't want you to do nothing you don't want to do. I'm sitting here like it's not that big of a deal. If the man wears the shirt because it makes you happy, it's just a shirt. It's not going to break or make his whole entire life. Why are you it's like she's testing him. Like she's doing things to see if he's going to give her a response. Like if the man said he was going to do it, then let him do it. If he says he's not going to do it, he didn't really want to do it, but because he saw how excited you was about the shirt, he was willing to do it because what the hell would it have done if he did it? Nothing. She just makes everything a big deal. Like, if you don't want to wear it, then you ain't got to wear it. I think he knows that. So Kirsten and Shaq invited their married friends over because they really want to get some help from some married people. I said, that's a smart idea. Stop bringing all these single people trying to give y'all advice and they don't even know what it's like to be married, okay? They talking about, you know, how was the honeymoon and how, did it get romantic? And they was like, no, it wasn't even no kiss energy. I said, not even no kiss energy. Dang. Oh, child. So anyway, they didn't consummate. They just conversate. Kirsten said that she don't like to kiss, okay? She said she's not a good kisser. Then I started thinking, like, she's a liar. Kirsten is lying, child. Kirsten got nice, full, pretty lips. I know she was out here kissing. I think somebody hurt her feelings because y'all know she said she don't like to brush her teeth at night. So what I think happened was one night she went to go kiss somebody and they was like, oh, you need to brush your teeth. And she got, a little insecure about that. So now she just don't want to kiss at all. That's just my theory. I'm just making up stuff. Am I reaching? Y'all think? Oh, okay, never mind. Let's keep going. So anyway, she goes to talk to his friends and she's telling them that she's really trying to open up. She's trying to be vulnerable. And Shaq's friends are like, so what's the issue? And she's like, it's just, I'm just trying to grow their attraction. So Shaq's friend said that, him and his wife were friends for a long time, for almost a year. Until one day he just looked up and was like, wow, you've been in front of me all my life. And then he knew that she was the one right then and there. I'm like, yeah, y'all was friends. We don't have a whole year to figure this out. Y'all literally just had a good, friendship that turned into a relationship. Okay, then you saw her for who she really was. When I don't even, never mind. Let me move on. But what I'm saying is, yes, this can happen. But the simple fact is that Kirsten already friend zoned Shaq. There is nothing Shaq can do to get out of that friend zone, I don't think. I don't know, because in the preview, it did look like they was about to, So we'll have to see how that turned out. So maybe let me not speak too soon. Maybe they will get out the friend zone sooner or later and actually consummate instead of conversate, okay? So Shaq is talking to her friends and he's wondering if he's being too patient. He's like, I don't know if I should, push it a little bit. Like, I don't really know what to do. Her friend tells him to really figure out what she needs and when she needs it. And I think that's great advice. Like, you could tell they was married. You could tell they was married. Because sometimes, as women, we do want, a man to, take the lead and take the initiative and, come and try just a little bit to see, test the waters. Because we won't do it on our own. So I think that's a good thing. So maybe he needs to just play around with some things and, figure out what she needs. If she needs a hug, if she needs a kiss, if she needs some intimacy, if she just needs to be close, if she needs to just talk. I think if he tries to figure out her a little bit more, he'll be able to unlock, Yeah, let's keep going. So now it's time for Kristen and Nicole's housewarming. After everyone gets a lay in a tour of the apartment, Nicole brings up the matching shirts because she just wanted them to know that she had matching shirts for them to wear that they didn't want to wear because Kristen didn't want to wear it. Nicole bothering me. If y'all didn't know, I'm going to let y'all know. She bothering me. She is, okay? They don't let her bully you. I'm glad you ain't let her bully you. And I was like, I don't know why y'all sitting here thinking that Chris is really going to let this girl run all over him. Y'all did not see how quick he put his foot down when he said, I'm keeping my apartment. Stop playing with him. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Okay? Well, he's out there talking to her friends and they asking him if he's, found himself starting to get annoyed with her because, she's a lot. She's very strong. He's like, no, those are some of the things I like about her. Like, she stands her ground and she knows what she wants. And then he brought up the fact that, she's not used to someone doing things for her because they just want to. And because of that, I guess she thinks that he's a pushover. I just wish they would stop having this conversation. One of Chris' friends, he come late because he on CP time. Interrupt the whole conversation. Okay, came in asking straight questions. Let me see your ring. So what's going on? How long y'all been married? So y'all had any arguments, Shaq? He got straight to it. He said, I'm late, but I'm here. Might not be here when you want me, but baby, I'm on time, okay? And she's still, bringing up the same issues. Don't make this a thing. Y'all, I'm not about to keep going back and forth about Nicole and Chris and how he's a pushover and she's taking over. We not doing it. I'm moving on. Next. So now we at Jasmine and Aries' housewarming party. And we can all agree that Aries and his friends don't like the idea of having 4 dogs because that's a problem. They ask him what kind of struggles they're facing. They both talk about how it's communication. Aries wants to bring up an example. And of course, that example would have to be his cousin because he said that, when they was making a list, she kind of brushed over the fact that he invited his cousin. But then when he left, she texted him like she felt uncomfortable with her coming. And he kind of wished she would have just said it in a moment. And now I'm confused because from the footage that they showed us, when he was telling her to write the name down, she was just like, so I guess I won't be at my own housewarming. I'm confused on what we missing. Are you just not listening? Because it seems like from that clip, when you was asking her to write the name, that she definitely was making it clear that she didn't want her there. Maybe you're not picking up on the signs. I mean, I don't know what's going on with them with not hearing what Jasmine is saying, because Jasmine is saying all the things that they think she be saying. She's just not saying it the way that they feel she should be saying it, and that's becoming a whole communication issue because they're not communicating effectively. They just talking to talk, and he's definitely not listening to understand. But anyway, I don't want to hear about this cousin no more. I'm tired of hearing about this cousin. I don't understand how she's more important than Jasmine at this point. And I don't understand why we even bringing her up at this point. Because even when one of Jasmine's family members said to him, your wife is what's most important, he still wanted to bring it back to that cousin. And baby, I'm over it. I'm over it. So they split off. They go into these separate rooms. Jasmine is talking to Aries' friends like, he ain't having sex with me. I'm like, girl, well, stop yelling this to everybody. Stop telling everybody what's going on. You're making yourself look real desperate. You're making yourself look real thirsty. But she's trying to figure out, what's the issue, because it can't just be sex. It just can't be sex. And I'm like, it's not. Because for him to be laying next to you every single night and not even try or want to or attempt to, it's not just physical. Something else is blocking it. I don't know what, but something else is blocking it. So I get it, okay? Her family is basically telling Aries, don't play with her. I see through you. You want some other ish. And it's true. He's basically not giving them no answers to the questions that they asking. Everything is so cliche, and we're going to figure out how to communicate. We need to, come up with a plan of how we can make this work. But you the husband. Ain't you supposed to lead? You about to be 40 years old. You don't know how to make a plan? Oh, you waiting for her to do it? The same way that she could take care of you, the same way that she could, stand up for you. You waiting for her to take the initiative to make the plan instead of you doing it? That daggone Aries get on my nerves, y'all. He do. So, y'all, here we go with Dom Mom again. I told y'all I blame her for everything because now they sitting down discussing how this was a scheme that Ty set up for her to get on the show, but not really have to stay married just so her mother could meet Pastor Cal. I blame her mom. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care. But anyway, Dom says that McKinley was very vocal about the things that he did not want. And, he was being really, really petty towards her. And he was just being really negative about things that he didn't want to do and things like that. He was making whole scenes behind Pastor Cal back. But when Pastor Cal was there, he was being a coward, all this craziness and all these things that I can understand. Her mom was like, well, did you talk to him about it? And she was like, yeah, we did. She was like, well, do you think it gave him time to fix it? She was like, I'm not here to fix nobody. Girl, this is why you're going to be single. This is why you're going to die single acting like this. Yes, go do some searching. Girl, you is 25 years old talking about something. You're not here to fix nobody. You don't even know who you are. And I'm a testament at 25, you don't know who you are. I don't know why they allow her to do this process. I don't even want to talk about this conversation no more. Because y'all already know that this was a setup, right? Y'all already know that she only came up here because her mother made her come up here so she could be Pastor Cal, right? Oh, okay. I just want to make sure we on the same page. So anyway, let's get to Clint and Gina's housewarming. Now, y'all, Clint and Gina, they growing on me so much. But I'm not going to let myself get caught up because y'all know in the preview, Clint was kissing Dom. Okay, so I have to keep bringing it in every time. I wish they would have never showed me that and let me just have my moment. But since they showed me that, I can't get it out of my head and I just can't even live in the moment, okay? But anyway, they really go good together. Clint was talking to her friends and he was telling them that in the beginning they were both very brutally honest and it kind of made things go downhill, but they kind of bringing it together, willing it back in, and they really finding a good place. He says that they're both established, they're both have things going for themselves that they could really build and grow together, and I agree. Gina's telling his friends that at this point the positives outweigh the negatives, and that she really was overthinking the whole moving in situation, and and I'm just sitting here I'm so proud of them. I am so proud of them because the way they were acting in the first few episodes, I really thought that we were about to get divorced last episode. So for us to see the progress that they have made shows that yes, you can get over hurdles. Dominique. Okay. So now all the couples are meeting up and they're talking about their housewarming. Gina's talking about Clint so nicely and how he's a good cook and how he fits in with the girls and she can have her friends for the salon come over, and I'm just like, oh, this is so cute. I love it for them, okay? Then of course Mac asks everyone, have they still had sex yet? And we already know that Nicole and Chris are having Caucasian sex, so that's nothing new. Jasmine could not wait to put it out there that he is not attracted to her and he is not trying to have sex with her, and it's a whole, and she's over there making a, you know, the sex, who, how, nope, he not even attracted to me, all that, doing all of that, okay? Then everybody else joined in. That's right, because that's how we are, and that's how we are. I'm like, nobody's attracted to nobody. I mean, could y'all have not gotten any wrong? Check out some. She wasn't attracted to my bald head. Now she just can't stop rubbing it. Gina's like, yeah, and we're working on that. We're working on that. I said, girl, you're not alone. At least you're not alone. I guess it's okay. It's a safe space here to just blurt out that he's not attracted to you. Even though you're attracted to him. Even though that was something you probably should have just kept to yourself and stopped telling everybody. Child, she's kind of making it worse if you ask me, because it's like I think she's trying to convince herself. It seems like she's trying to convince herself that he's not attracted to her. I don't know what kind of psychology she's doing to herself, but it is what it is. They asked Dom and McKinley how their relationship going, and then, you know, McKinley said that they both agreed that they was going to get divorced, and everybody was like, oh my God, what happened? Tell us what happened. You just can't get a divorce and not tell us what happened. So Dom goes into this whole thing about blaming McKinley for everything and how she's positive vibes and positive vibes only, and that she just figured that they should cut it off before it got toxic. And McKinley was like, I definitely disagree with all of that, because you was belittling me and putting me down through the whole honeymoon and ever since we got here. I feel like you never wanted to compromise. I feel like it was always all about you. I feel like you kept putting me down. I felt like you were perfect. And she did. Keep going. Keep going, McKinley. Keep going, McKinley, because I was loving it. She definitely did all of that. She did not compromise. She did not even try to make this a little bit about him. When a man told you about his dogs, you basically brushed it off. Like, girl, if she don't go ahead and go away, how you gonna be mad at the man for telling you he feels some type of way about something when that's all you've been doing the whole entire time? So then everybody's like, no, you guys really should just figure it out. Here goes Nicole. You're gonna regret this. You're gonna regret this. Is there any possible way that you two can, like, you know, take a break and then come back and start fresh? And Dom was like, maybe. And then they were like, cheers to maybe. And I said, this is stupid. This is stupid. Because as soon as they get back to the apartment, Dom and McKinley are still, you know, kind of like going back and forth. She's like, she felt uncomfortable in this, that, and the other. And I'm like, well, all you had to do was say, no, we're getting divorced, and I stand strong in that. You got peer pressure because you're 25. Grown women know how to stand in the decisions that they make. And if you were so confident and you really felt like you the ish and you made the best decision, then you should have said, no, the best decision for me is to get a divorce. Talking about now you want to sit here and complain about how you felt uncomfortable to him as if he's supposed to console you. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. So he was like, so where do we go from here? And she was like, well, I guess we could be friends. He said, I want to be your friend. I said, I know that's right. Like, friends for what? I don't even know you. You don't even like me. I don't even like you. Why would we be friends? In what universe will we actually be friends? None. So now, you know, he packs up his stuff. She packs up her stuff. She's talking about something. She's going to do some soul searching. Girl, just don't let your mother sign you up for Married at First Sight. It's okay for you to still be out here at 25, having a good old time. No one told you need to settle down right now. Date around. And McKinley, you know, we'll see you on another season. You just go to another state and apply there. Ain't this your second state? Oh, I don't know what else to tell y'all. But anyway, y'all, that was Married at First Sight. Baby, when I tell y'all I saw the preview for next episode, and we might have to get into some things, okay? So as soon as I find a clip of it, we definitely going to be back up here to talk about it, okay? Now, if you did what I said to do in the beginning of this video, thank you. If you finally made it all the way here, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you subscribe. If you was having those commitment issues, get over it and press the subscribe button. Y'all, go ahead and leave me some yellow hearts. Let me know you stopped by. Leave your comments down in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about this episode. All that being said, y'all, I'm up out of here, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.